Welcome back to the YouTube. It has been, I think, 2 weeks since last video, which I did say I wasn't going to make it like a weekly thing or time gator. So I've stayed true to that sense. But one of the New Year's resolutions for this year is to put some more videos. So you will be getting a lot more like this. This is going to be a more of a short format thing. I haven't got too much to cover in this one. It's just more so of an update from myself and plans to go forward. The last video was before Christmas, I believe, which would have been about the 20th, something around there, I'm pretty sure. So I hope you've all had a really good Christmas and a happy new year too, because this is actually into the new year. So yeah, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope you have plenty of good time and plenty of good food with the family and friends or the loved ones that you spent it with. I myself personally did. I did say I wasn't going to have anything off plan. However, I thought body weight's trailing down, supposed to be in a surplus. Why not? Like, it comes around once a year. And off plans aren't really something I do anyway. I don't like to label an off plan and dedicate days for it. It's just if it comes, because it's that rare of an event for me. Before Christmas, the last time I had an off plan was August, so I think that just goes to show, like, I believe 5 months roughly to the day of every single meal on plan. So it's not going to put a dent in my progress in that sort of time frame. But I did end up having 2 Christmas dinners. So there's that. Yeah. They were pretty big ones too. Like, I had my first one at Isabel's house with her family, which I wasn't planning on. I even had a whey cake made ready to have. And I saw the food out in front of me and I was like, fuck it, like, let's go for it. So one Christmas dinner at Isabel's, then I went back to my grandparents' house and had a Christmas dinner then at my grandparents' with both of them, my mum, my sister, the rest of my family there. And after that one, which was about 2.5 to 3 hours, so optimal protein serving time, after about 2.5, 3 hours, I had that one, which was even bigger than the one previous. It wasn't like excessive to me. I used to have Christmas dinners like twice the size or like 2 plates at each place. And at one point, I was having, I believe, 4 Christmas dinners a year. Yeah, four. So I used to have one at my nan's at my dad's side, then my nan's down on my mum's side, and then I'd have another dinner made up for me for later in the evening. So I used to have 5 meals a day, optimal. I'd have a massive cut breakfast, then 4 Christmas dinners throughout the day, which I don't indulge in anymore. I've learned my lesson and I'm being a bit more sensible nowadays. But yeah, I had a really good time, which is kind of surprising for me. If any of you know me personally, I'm not a big holidays person and winter sort of person. I don't particularly like Christmas and, like, not really what it stands for, but I don't like the events. I don't like the Christmas dinners, but I do. But I don't like the act of going to have Christmas dinner and making it a special time. It just feels like any old day to me, just because of the upbringing I had around it. It was just a case of go there, do this, do that. But this year I got to have it a lot more on my own terms and do what I wanted to do, not just what everyone else wanted me to do around me, which was really, really good. And I think is going to spark my love for Christmas and this, well, that time of year a lot more going forward. And you're probably wondering why I've got in front of me. This is meal 5 because it is currently 10 to 9. So I haven't got long before bed. This is supposed to be going down at 1:45, so I'm not too far behind schedule. But I've got an interesting concoction, and I'm not Jesus who walked on water. But I've got 20 grams of almond butter mixed in with 50 grams of cereal milk whey, which I mix it, then chuck it in the microwave after to make it a cake. And I've never heard anyone else come up with this. And if you love nut butter, it's absolutely amazing. Like, I know people sort of like binge on like peanut butter and that sort of stuff, but if you make this, it's fairly low calorie. I can plug the macros in But yeah, but it's fairly low calorie and it's so strong in nut butter. Like, I love almond butter, so I'm gonna really enjoy this. I've been having it every training day as my meal 5 lately, and it's absolutely phenomenal. And then I've got one easy peeler orange, which, to be fair, these ones aren't the nicest. They're not very easy peel. They're pretty difficult. So fuck Asda for that one. We'll go back to Aldi. But yeah, I'm just gonna get this done, me, and then I'll come back to you either halfway through or at the end, and I'll touch on some of my things for this new year, which I am looking forward to. So the first one I wanted to cover is university. Obviously, as you may know, I am in university, and my main goal for that for this year is just to pass all my modules for year 2, because I'm in year 2 with a solid mark. Like, I need 40% to pass. It's not particularly too high. I do want higher. However, I would settle with that 40%. I want to pass, as is not, which sounds like a strange thing to say. University isn't my direct focus, is more so a backup plan and a reserve, as I'm heading into prep this year, which I'll touch on in a second. But I also want to grow my social media presence a lot, and my coaching service, and my reach of coaching too, the amount of people that I can coach and the service that I do provide. And then my last goal my last set of goals I've got done is related to bodybuilding prep. And when I say goals, I mean like end results, like winning a trophy, achieving a number, that sort of thing. So quantitative goals, which I've got a couple for bodybuilding prep. I've got the basic one, which is getting to stage condition. I don't mind disclosing these because it's not so much like a personal financial aspect side of things. I want to win at least one class. I've got 4 shows planned, which I can touch on in another video and go through my entire bodybuilding prep and the timeline that we've got, the shows that we've got lined up, what each show may qualify for, and the what we're expecting from each one and how we're gonna approach it, that sort of thing. So I could cover that in an extra video if you guys would like to see it. And then they're my 2 that my stage condition is going to be a no-brainer. I'm going to get that no matter what. The win at least one class is just being ambitious. I want that, not expecting it, but that's the one thing that I really, really want and that would really satisfy me. Then I've got a ceiling, not a ceiling goal, through the ceiling goal, which is winning overall. Is my first season. I'm arguably not proportionate all over. I do have some noticeable weak points. However, I would prefer to set my ceiling too high than too low and bang my head and be like, oh, I can't go and do that. Like, say if I was like, oh yeah, I'll get into stage condition, I'll do a show, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to win a class. You're setting yourself up to already fail that. If you haven't got the belief that you're going to achieve something, then you're not going to get there. You won't have the confidence to do it, and you won't have the ambition to go and do the steps in between. If I was thinking, yeah, I want to go into stage condition, but I'm not sure if I'll win a class, I might be more likely to have a couple more off-plan meals, not hit my steps, not hit my food targets, that sort of thing, and nail the things that go into it. So I'd rather set myself up with the mindset of, yeah, I want to be at the top level, even if realistically I'm not there yet, which I don't believe that I am, but I believe that I could be. And I don't really care if that's too far-fetched of an idea. I'd rather be far-fetched than short-sighted. And then my last one is qualify for a further show, which one of my shows is a regional qualifier for then, well, 2 of them are regional qualifiers for then a national show. So I would like to qualify for a further show, which I believe in both of them is podium places, so first, second, third qualifies for a further show. I will need to double check that, as a lot of show dates and stuff have been released over the past, well, not show dates, show details have been released over the past 2 days, which is something I will have to check on and get back to you. So yeah, just going through all of the shows and the qualifications. So it is usually top three get qualified. However, if you are of a good standard below the top three, then you can also receive an invite to a favour show, which is usually like the case, like it's usually top 4 or 5, that sort of thing. It just depends on the standard that you turn up at. So I want to hold myself to that high standard, and I want to make sure that I am qualifying for said shows, because if I'm not going in to win and progress with it, then what am I going for to participate? Like, what's the point in that? I just go and do a show. I could go and do a local show that isn't highly competitive, and I'm getting the same thing there. Like, I want to be competitive, and that's something everyone should strive for, each and every one of you. Don't settle for just being mediocre or just being normal, whether that's your job, your hobbies, your sports. Make sure you are striving to be the best that you can be, because you don't want to grow older and be like, oh, but I wish I did this when I was younger, or I wish I did that, or if I had the opportunity again, I would do it differently, I would take the chance, I would try harder. Like, if you put everything all into it, then you're going to be happy with what you've put in. Might not get the result that you want all of the time, but you're going to be grateful with your effort that you put into it, and that's something I will always preach. But I also want to improve my personal knowledge with both understanding others and understanding the mind and the body, because a lot of people think of coaching as just like, oh yeah, help me to train, help me to do this, that. But a lot of it is the psychological aspects and improving in every part of your life, especially if you are focused on either physique development or bodybuilding. A lot of it is massively made up from your lifestyle and habits. And if you don't have the mental capacity to do the same thing day in, day out, every day, or near enough, because it doesn't have to be the exact same 5 meals every single day, but roughly the same ones every single day for the most part, and hit your training and hit your steps and your cardio, your water, your meal timings, your activity in between meals to help digestion, your sleep times. There's a lot that goes into it, and if you're not psychologically prepped and ready for it, is something you are going to struggle with a lot, which is something that I did way earlier in my journey. Like, I struggled with a lot of the aspects of it, whereas now with a better psychological perspective of it, better drive, I feel like I can manage quite well with what is required of me to achieve a better physique and increase my training performance. So, obviously you could tell I haven't gone through much by here, but I'm watching Leo Hamilton on the screen. Big shout out to him. He's a very chill guy and quite funny if you watch his stuff unintentionally. But he has put out a video on his current journey in the gym, and it was quite similar to mine, sort of, in how I began to come across things, having like that gym anxiety, not feeling confident in a gym, feel like you're gonna get judged, which I feel like in the new year is something that is very appropriate to talk about, because a lot of people are wanting to make changes to their lifestyle, to their physiques, and they just want to improve in general, and gym anxiety is a big thing that's going to play a part in if you'll be able to make those changes or not, because when it comes down to it, making the changes to grow muscle, you need to train for it. Like, you need to be in a gym or have access to gym equipment, whether that's through a friend or through going out and buying your own stuff. So you have to confront that anxiety. And to put it quite simply, there is no way to avoid it. Like, there is gonna be gym anxiety until you overcome it, until you go to a gym and realize, oh shit, everyone else is here to train too, and no people are watching you and judging you. If you are going to a good gym, everyone there is going to be too focused on themselves to worry about what you are doing. if you go over to them and ask them for help, they'll be more than happy to help. So if there's anything you do struggle with in a gym setting, just go and ask someone. Like I had a boy come up to me earlier on, I think he's 18, I'm pretty sure he told me, and he's just getting back into the gym properly because he has been away from the gym for a while, and he saw me doing an exercise, and then he was starting to do it not long after, and he was just asking for tips on it and that sort of thing, and I was happy to help. Like, yeah, sometimes you may be in a bit of a rush, but everyone at the gym is there to improve. So if you are wanting to improve yourself and you are looking for improvement, you're asking someone for tips, for tricks, how to do certain things, 9 times out of 10 they'll be more than happy to help. And if you come across that one person that doesn't want to help you, you are not missing anything. Like, that's the one person you do not want to listen to if they're not even willing to give you the time of day to improve yourself, basically. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. So this has been a bit of a longer talk than I was planning on, but I am going to wrap it up. We just got our oranges to finish off after this and then head to bed, which it is now 9:05, so not too bad. Bed for 10, be nice and easy. But yeah, I hope you have all had a good start to your new year and continue to have a good one. I hope you have a really productive year. Make sure you set out your goals like I have and the steps that you need to take them. And then the first thing is to act on them. If you've got a goal to achieve in 6 months' time, start acting on it now. There's always going to be steps to take from that moment onwards. Don't say, oh, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start next week, I'll start Monday. Don't, just start today. Whether that's eating cleaner, make yourself a clean food today. Don't go out and have a takeaway or make do with what's in the cupboard. Start today. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. If you do want any of those videos covering my prep timeline and plans, and also there was another one, my personal journey through sport and bodybuilding, then I will be happy to make them. Just let me know if it's something you guys would be interested in. If you wouldn't be interested in, please drop a suggestion below of what you might be. Full day of eating may be quite nice. Training days are coming up on, well, by the time this video goes live, they will be at 450 plus carbs, so that might be quite fun for you guys to see. I'm not entirely sure if that's too exciting after seeing some 900 carb high days before having this meal. I do remember those days, they were so fun, but they will return. It's only a matter of patience. I don't need to rush it, and my time will come. But that will be it for today. I haven't got nothing more to say. I'm just rambling here in all honesty. So see ya.